And hello out there once again, sports fans. Jersey Joe, Ion, and you for an edition of The Brew here. Now, those of you that are fans of the show, you know Joel and I love to talk about baseball. And so do you, judging from your answers on social media, because this week we want to know, what are your 2021 MLB predictions? Who's going to win the World Series? Who's going to be hot? Who's going to be a dud? And what are your favorite players going to do? We're talking baseball right now live on The Brew, or those of you watching the rebroadcast later on YouTube, hit us up and drop a line down in the comment. So we got our predictions coming up here. Joel, what are you thinking? Who's going to win the World Series, and what are you looking for this year from MLB?
I'll start with the American League, who I think is going to win the American League. So for my division winners and my playoff teams, I've got the Yankees and the Rays coming out of the East. The Yankees winning the division, the Rays winning the wild card. I think they'll regress a little bit. I think the Twins and the White Sox are both going to make the playoffs out of the Central. And then the AL West is the one that I just think is totally going to be random. That's the one where there's no real strong contender. So I'm going to go with the Oakland A's. They generally kind of tend to even out in seasons you don't think they're going to be that good. That being said, I think the White Sox and the Twins are underrated teams this year. I don't think the Yankees have the pitching to compete with them. So my American League team that I'm picking to win the pennant right here.
Wow.
That's the American League team I'm picking right there. Now let's go to the National League. National League, we've got the Dodgers and the Padres. That's going to stay the same for the NL West. I'm going to stick with that. For the Central, I think that one is either between the Cardinals or the Brewers, believe it or not. I think the Cubs have regressed a little bit. The Reds have regressed. The Pirates are still going to be last. But the Cardinals making moves to get Arenado. And the Brewers still kind of had a dud season last year, but have so much talent still. I think they'll be in there in the end. And then as far as the East, I think it's going to be the Nats. And here's my World Series winner, the Atlanta Braves.
Very interesting.
That's my preseason 2021. I got Braves over the White Sox.
Now, as usual, you and I are going to have a lot of similar picks here, a lot of the same reasons, and I broke mine down to by division. All right, let's just go straight forward. Let's go with the AL East first. Of course, I'm picking the Yankees. I think, the pitch. See, I think the Yankees pitching this year is stronger. I mean, it's not exactly where it should be, but I still think the team itself is going to gel together well. I think they're going to be just a strong force. So I'm going with Yankees first. Then also in the Central was the tough one for me. The White Sox are good, but I'm still picking Twins in that one. I really that one I'm just like literally throwing darts on the dartboard in that one. I'm done. That's my weakest pick of all of this so far. Then the AL West. Well, I'm going with the Astros. I don't want to say that. I don't think they're going to cheat. I think they've learned a lesson, but they still are pretty good. Over in the NL East, though, I'm going to agree with you on that. I'm picking the Braves, too. But this is the first time that I am going to share that I think the Mets actually have a half-decent chance of being good. But just like the Mets always are, they'll get very far, and then they're going to blow it. Somebody's going to get hurt. Something's going to go wrong. The Mets are just cursed by the fact that they are the Mets. That's not going to change. Over in the Central, yes, it's the Cardinals. And yes, I agree with you. The Pirates are not going anywhere. As much as I like the Pirates, they're my second team. They won't spend any money. I mean, they got the Todd Father now, and that's what they do. They get these players on when they're broke, when they're old, when they're done, they have nowhere else to go. So that's a shame with that. Then over in the NL West, I agree with you. The Padres are going to be good. But I think the Dodgers are going to be just a little better. But I think that's going to be the tough division. It's going to be a fight the whole way this year. That's going to be the one to watch, the one to see. And my World Series prediction, I am going to lay money down. I think it's going to be Yankees over Dodgers. Again, the Dodgers are still really good. They're going to go back once again. I'm going to go with the Yankees. I think this is the first season of many coming up in a row here where they're going to be a serious contender for the World Series. So I'm going with that. And I forgot to mention the Rays, too. I'd give them the wild card, but they're still going to be a pain in the Yankees side, but at the end, I think this year the Yankees are going to finally cross over top of them. All right, lots of babble in there. What do you think about my picks?
I hope yours comes true. I hope it's exactly 100% true.
I do, too. That's why I picked them. No. It is going to be a good season, and Bronx Bombers 46, she wrote it, and she agrees with me. She says Yankees because who else would I say? Chase for 28. LFG. So now our viewers have lots of picks, lots of comments. So let's get to them right now. Craig Wiseman 33 says the Mets because they are America's super team. No. Tybox1 also agrees the Mets. And then James Michael 52, he also says the Mets because Steve Cohen. This is the most Mets love we have ever had in any episode of The Brew. And I'm not a Mets fan, neither are you, but 3 in a row right there. That's all they get, though. Now it's other picks outside of that. But do you think the Mets actually have a chance?
Yeah, they do. I don't think they're I mean, they're going to choke because they're the Mets, but they're under new ownership now. Players really like Steve Cohen. They really, really like him, which is the opposite of what the Mets have always been. They've never been like players want to come there. It's usually like, shit, that's my best offer. I guess I have to go play for the freaking Mets.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a good new look for them. But no, I still don't have high hopes for them. I have higher hopes for them, but not high.
I still can't stand Marcus Stroman. And now he's like trying to be an anti-Yankee and try to like fire up this whole Yankees-Mets rivalry thing. Punk, stay in your lane, man. I know. All right, more of your comments, though. Lots of them to get to. It's Brian25 says the Houston Astros will win fair and square this time, even though we didn't cheat. We'll get back to that in just a second. Rafa Guitar says Dodgers team is stacked. Alex VGK702, I haven't been this confident or excited in a Padres team in a long time. I'm hoping they can make a run at the World Series this year. I think those three are three solid picks there. Those are three great baseball fans, and I am happy for Padres fans too, because it has been a really, really long time since they had a chance, and this could be it.
Yeah, and I like my comment on there was mostly like they've actually addressed their faults for like 2 off seasons in a row, but aggressively. They've aggressively bought. They haven't just sat back like the Pirates. Like they've actually done. They're trying now, so you can actually give them credit, even if they don't make it.
Absolutely agree. And then you got to spend a little to get a little, i.e. Pirates, but not happening there. All right, Really Mad Treat. He breaks his all out, so let's get to his division winners. He says the Mets and Brewers, Dodgers, Yankees, White Sox, A's. For his wild cards, Padres, Cardinals, Blue Jays, and Twins. And for the World Series, he's saying Dodgers over A's. I don't think the A's are going to be that good. I just don't see that happening.
I can see it from an offense and a defense standpoint, but not from a pitching standpoint. But like that's one of the harder divisions to pick because the good teams regressed and the shitty teams got better. So you never know once it hits the playoffs. Baseball is random.
That's true. That's true. And we got another good answer here from Scooters McGavin. He says division. He's picking the Nats, Brewers, Dodgers, Blue Jays, White Sox, and A's. For his wild card, he's picking Padres, Mets, Yankees, and Rays. And for his World Series prediction, he is actually picking the Padres over the Blue Jays. Scrooge McGavin, I'm sorry, man. I don't know where all this Blue Jays love is coming from unless they, like, line up a whole bunch of superstars that I'm not seeing because they're literally, like, maybe one step above the Pirates.
They're better than that. They're definitely better than that. I wouldn't put them as high as he would. And there's Blue Jay love because that's 2 comments in a row where someone's mentioned that. But there's a lot of those. That young talent is very, very good. With a little bit of experience and a little bit more consistency, that's a dangerous team. But I don't think they're there yet. I think they're a little underdeveloped.
All right, well, that's all our predictions. Our predictions are in. Your predictions are in. We will verify this later on in the season and see who's right and who's wrong and who was smart and went to a betting window there in Vegas and put down some fat money on the Yankees to win the World Series. That's on my to-do list when I get to town, by the way. And you know what should be on your to-do list? Click on the like or subscribe button down below for all the fun here in the Jersey Joe 50 YouTube channel. 4 big shows waiting for you every week, and they are a guaranteed win. All right, I like that. Joe, I think we have some good solid picks in this one. You're right. I did not see the Blue Jays love coming, but we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch.
All right, well, we're about to start baseball here. It starts this week, so we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Jersey Joe here, Ion saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, I hope.